So crazy. Okay, so we're live. Okay, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. So you guys, hi, Happy New Year. I'm so excited about this new interface. We are live, I think, on Facebook. I'm using an interface called Be Live, and what happens is it puts you on your Facebook page. So I can't actually see me on Facebook right now. I can see me on this Be Live thing, but we tested it last night and it worked and it was amazing. So welcome to Why Am I Yelling Live? This is a show that I have been doing weekly on Thursdays for the last couple of months. And I've been doing it on a different interface and then uploading it to YouTube. And I'm still going to upload these things to YouTube so we have them forever on the channel. So subscribe to the Why Am I Yelling YouTube channel because that's important. And really what this show is, it's highlighting people who have inspired me by either the choices that they've made in their lives, the lives that they're leading, the businesses that they're growing, and the families that they're raising. So it's runs the gamut, right? Jackie is texting me, so give me a second. Hold on, please. Technical difficulties for a new thing. So it's not the first time we've had technical difficulties. I can't tell if we're going live, so maybe I should turn my phone on real quick and see if it's working. So today we have my friend Sensiri Clemente, and oh, wait a minute, Jackie's back. It's like it's nothing. She said nothing. There's nothing happening.
Nothing.
Live broadcast. It says we're live. She's like, does it say you're live? Yeah. It says I'm live.
It says it on my end too.
Hold on. Let's go here. One moment, please. I see it. I see it on my Facebook page. She's crazy. Okay, so we're not having technical difficulties. Jackie is having technical difficulties. Let's move on. How about that? We're just going to move on.
Okay.
So, I am Krista, and I am your host, and this is Why Am I Yelling Live? And our guest today is Sensiri Clemente, and Sensiri lives in Nashville, Tennessee, where I have tons of friends and family. We love it there. And she is first and foremost mom. She's got 3 kids. She is a former educator. She worked in education for many years, and now she is an entrepreneur, and I'm so excited to hear more about this. Her company is called Tailor Made Designs, and she helps female entrepreneurs reach more people by establishing their web presence with a website that reflects their personality, their business, and their brand. She is a music fanatic, a bullet journal junkie, which I don't know what that is, so I'm going to have to learn, a book connoisseur, and a Zumba enthusiast. So, and she is also my friend, and she helped design the Why Am I Yelling website. So we are so excited to have you here. Thank you for being here. And tell us a little bit more about you. What's your story, my love?
My story. Basically, I was in education for 19 years. I taught middle school science. During those 19 years, I did have a stint in administration for a preschool. So I did a little bit of admin. Right. And I had 3 children over that course. And currently, my kids are 17. I have a high school senior who's about to graduate, so she's all excited about that. Oh. And I have an 11-year-old who just started middle school, like your son just started middle school. Yeah. And then I have an 8-year-old son, too, who's in 3rd grade.
Lots of stuff going on.
Lots of stuff. Yeah, I've got one in every level, so we've got all that covered. But I had wanted, after my second child was born, I had really wanted to work from home and find something I could do from home because I already had my daughter. She's 6 years older than him. And it was just one of those things where you kind of have the battle of, the financial aspect. Can I really afford to do this? And how would I transition? So especially when you've been in a career for a while and you have a certain level of income.
Right.
So I had messed around with some things and was trying to look into work at home businesses. And, there's a lot of scams out there that you find. But I had run across, because I'm a tech geek person, I love technical stuff. And I'd run across a course about how to build affiliate marketing websites. And I thought, oh, that would be fun. I can learn how to build websites.
Right.
So being the naive person that I was as far as technical and building websites at that time years ago, I thought this is going to be great. So I signed up for the course and I took the course, and I thought to build a website, you just, put a page up and it's a website and you're good to go. But they started talking about, first you got to get your hosting, then you have to have your domain name, and then you have to do this, and then you have to install this, and then you have to have and I thought, I just wanted to put up a website. What are all these steps?
Right.
So I did learn through that how to build websites and build them, from scratch and get them going. But the only problem I had with it was in affiliate marketing. For me, it wasn't right, because you have to, you basically do research, because the products that people are wanting, that's what you build your websites for. Right. And some of the things that were affiliate products that were hot were things that my heart just wasn't in it, because I didn't want to sell that kind of stuff and not really do that. But I love the website building part. So at that point, I had that experience, and I just kind of had to wait. So I stayed in teaching, because that was my passion, was teaching at the time. So then I had another child in the meantime. So that was up to 3 kids.
Right.
And so that kept me busy along with my teaching career. But when my daughter hit her senior year, about to go into her senior year of high school this year, and I look back and I thought, I'm missing it. Right. I'm spending time with everyone else's kids most of the day, every day, and I'm missing my kids. And I'm missing their life, and I'm not there for them. So I kind of had that mommy battle, and I've had it for a while. And I talked to my husband, and he said, why don't you go ahead and start your own business? Because I love web design, and it's like playing for me. I get to play every day. So he said, why don't you go ahead and do that? And we'll just take a leap of faith and go there. So I resigned in May of 2016 and started my official business in June of 2016. And the first day of school last year, when my sons got off the bus and I was able to go out to the end of the driveway, and they saw me from far off, and they started to run, and they were waving their hands, and they were like, "Mommy, Mommy." And I thought, this is why I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. And, it's such a hard decision, right? Because we've been there, I've been there, you've been there, and it's hard to take the leap of faith. It's hard to not have the cash. It's hard, like all of these things, right? There's so many different components to it. And the validation that you feel and that you get, even just after like minute 1 on day 1, it's really amazing, because I've gone through it several times now, right? It's like you question yourself, you question and now it's been, for me, it's been almost 18 months since I've been doing this. And it's, oh my gosh, there are some months where I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever done. And there are some days where it's like, what the hell am I doing?
What was I thinking?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And then all of a sudden you come home, or somebody comes home, or you get a phone call, and it's like, but this is why. And so I love that, you did it because you wanted to have a better balance in your family, because that's super important. And your kids are getting older. And I personally think that it's more important to be there in their middle to older years than it is for their baby years. And that's just me. It's like they don't remember their baby years. Like my big one's like, I don't remember before I was like 3 years old. So he doesn't remember his nanny. He doesn't remember, it's like all the things that we think are so impactful on their lives really aren't. And you were a teacher, so you know this, right? You taught middle school, you taught like elementary education, and you're impacting their lives, I think, as they get older and they mature. And that's when they see you, and you, not that you want them to be a reflection of you, because they are a reflection of you, but you want them to be, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? You want to be a good role model for them.
Right. And they need to learn how to make their own choices, and I need to guide them in that. But when they get to the middle school, or even the lower, or the upper, rather, elementary grades and on into middle school and high school, they have to start taking that responsibility.
Right.
And as a middle school teacher, for as long as I saw the gamut as far as kids taking responsibility and parents either supporting them or maybe just not paying that much attention to what was going on with their children. And they didn't really know, and the kids were kind of lost. And so they look for that. They look for that guidance. They look for that strength. And they want the authority figures that can help them move to where they want to be and keep them on a path that's good for them, so they don't self-destruct.
Right. Right. And that's really important. And I think it's, I applaud you for taking the leap, because it's a difficult choice to make. And, it can be harrowing at times. So what is your favorite thing about what you do now? And, I know, like, making the choice to have a better family life is what prompted you to start your own business. But what made you decide to work with women entrepreneurs solely? What made you decide to make that your niche? And why do you love that so much?
Okay. Basically, I am a teacher at heart, so I like to help people. And when I was in the teaching and the education field, a lot of people would come to me and say, hey, can you help me figure this out? Hey, can you? And just that feeling, knowing that I helped them to get somewhere and ease their frustration, was the aha moment for me. And as far as the website design, I know starting out my own business this past year, there was a lot of frustration, and it helps to have somebody on your side who's been there and done that and can help guide you through some of the pitfalls. Because I found a lot of women entrepreneurs who are just starting, and they may not necessarily have the money to hire a web designer to design their site, but yet they still need a website to have their online presence. Right. So I saw a lot of people, as I had talked and interacted and chatted with some, that had paid, $3,000 to $5,000 to $6,000 for a website, and it wasn't what they wanted, and they couldn't navigate it. And they couldn't figure out how to change anything, and they didn't know about how to update it. And so there was a lot of frustration, and it kind of got to me, because I thought, I'm tired of seeing female entrepreneurs who are just starting out, who are trying to make a change, that are getting taken advantage of in some cases. Right. And they're not getting what they want. They're not getting guidance on what they need. It's kind of like, can you build me a website? Hey, yeah, give me $3,000. And they get a website that doesn't really reflect them, what they're trying to get across, anything about their personality. So I wanted to do that to help female entrepreneurs, because I know it's hard and I know it can be confusing, but it can be done. Okay. So that is my passion, is to help them do what I did, because the website is just one part, as you know, of getting your business up and running. Okay. I love it. And I love the idea that we're like, empowering women is so important to me. It's part of one of my messages that I do in my coaching packages. And I always start my coaching out with, the relationship piece, even if I have clients coming to me, as parents, and it's always, one of my first questions is always about, how is your relationship with yourself? Like, let's talk about how you feel about you, and what your hardships have been, and what your struggles have been, and what your vision for your personal future is. And then we go into co-parenting and parenting and all that stuff. Right. But I love that there are so many women out there now who are taking the leap to have their own businesses and step into their spotlight and step into their, making their dreams come true and having their profession and doing it
in a way that, you know, is unapologetic and, you know, is firm, because, you know, for so long, we take the back seat, right? You're a wife and a mother, you know, you take the back seat to your husband, you take the back seat to your relationship, you take the back seat to your children. And we tend to oftentimes put ourselves last. So
we always put ourselves last.
Yeah, we do. And, you know, so I applaud women. And it's funny to me, because I see a lot of men out there who are like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And it's like, you know what? Okay, I'm happy to grind for 18 hours a day. Happy to do it. In fact, I often do it. But at the same time, I am running a family and paying the bills and picking up my children and taking them to the doctor's appointments and doing all the other things while I'm trying to build my brand and build my business, which is just as important, oh, by the way, as everybody else's job that happens, right. As my husband's job, as your job, as what, you know, like, what I mean? And I think so many women are now like not taking a stand, but are like really stepping up and saying, you know what, this isn't okay with me. And I want to be able to do something that is more beneficial for me and my family as a whole. And it's been a very interesting time for me, and I would imagine for you as well, to watch this unfold.
It is. And it's a whole, because a lot of people say, I bet you're not stressed. You can work in your PJs. I'm like, you so missed the point.
It's a million percent stress all the time.
Right. But it's a different kind of stress because you're working in your purpose and your passion and your talents. Right. So that makes it worth it because you love what you do and you feel very strongly about it. So it's not like going and working for somebody else and something that you just need money to pay the bills. It's a totally different, to me, it's a more healthy stress.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. So tell me about, you know, some of the services that you have and some of the promos that you might be offering to your clients today. Because I'm sure there are people out there who need something done to their website.
Yeah. Basically the services that I offer right now, I have website design, which is basically if you already have a website and you don't really like it and you need it tweaked or you want to change the theme and change some things out on it, I can do that. That's the redesign. I do set up websites for new clients who need one. I have several options on my website for that, including a one-page site, because you don't always need some elaborate, 16-page website. Sometimes you could just do the one-page site and that's efficient and you can get the job done for whatever your purpose is. So I have that option as well. The other thing I do is I have two options about after the website is built, because you do need to maintain it for security reasons. It has to be updated, all your plugins, your WordPress version, any things that you have. You have to keep an eye on it. So I either do a training video that I give to them so they can update their own site, or else I can do the website maintenance for them and just make sure it stays updated and then they don't have to worry about it. So that's another service that I offer. And a lot of people that I've talked to who are just starting out and just like I said, when I started building websites, I thought, what's all that stuff I need and why do I need it? I don't understand. So it kind of hits you upside the face because you're like, what do you mean I have to do what's hosting? What's the domain? So what I'm offering to people, what I'm offering to people is just a basic checklist. It's a free website starter checklist and it gives you 6 fundamentals so that you don't get broadsided. What are the things I would need to get my website up and running? So it's just a little checklist that they can sign up and get. And that way they at least have a clue about what it's going to take. And then I'm sure they'll have questions because I had a lot of questions. So anytime anybody has any questions, I love to chat with people, help them out, figure out what they need and, what is the best way. Because you don't have to spend a lot of money for a website. There's a lot of free options, even for security and things like that. So I like to kind of consult with people and give them options so they know what they're looking at and they're not just blindly trying to get things. So, and that's then coming down the pike. Coming down the pike this year. They do, because it's hard. It's a lot of information to try and assimilate all at one time. But I'm going to work this year. I'm working on making an ebook on how to do your own WordPress website from start to finish, because that'll be more affordable because a lot of people want to do it. And then later this year, I'm going to start online courses that'll walk you through how to do it. So that's in the future. Idea. That's this year.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I think it's a great plan. I think a lot of people want to know, like I tried to do mine myself, and it worked for a minute. And then, I was getting all this spam stuff and all that. And that's how I found you. And we revamped and redid the whole website, but I had already learned a lot and I knew a little bit, but you taught me more, and I probably will want your courses, just so just in case, you know what I mean? It's like, I can't, what if I can't always call you, or what if I can't, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, here's my cheat sheet. I can go into this and make this fix or make this tweak or do what I need to do and not have it be a big deal.
I just want it to be accessible for people, because I know not everybody, especially starting out, can afford a web designer.
Right.
It's hard. So I want to have a branch where they can kind of do it themselves, but still have support. Right. Where they're not just thrown out there. And I've got a YouTube channel, and I'm going to have tutorials and things up there for people to watch to help them along. So
that's awesome.
That's the plan.
Yay. I love that plan. That's a great plan. Jackie's going to put all of your links and stuff into this chat. So I did it just a minute ago and it just popped up. So I don't know if it worked because this whole thing, I can't see it myself on Facebook, is making me crazy. And now I need to ask you what a bullet journal is.
Oh my gosh. Are you a planner person? Like, do you like to make lists?
Yes.
Okay. It's basic. The bullet journal system was by a man named Carol Ryder, the original one. But it's basically how you make your own planners. And people have taken this to a whole nother level. If you get on Instagram and just type in bullet journal for a tag, you'll see it's just a whole new movement. But I'm an office supply junkie. I love different colored pens and stationery.
Yeah.
Yes. So the bullet journal, because every time I buy a planner, it doesn't fit for what I need.
Right.
Like I want to have this and I want to write this. So the bullet journal is kind of a way of making your own planner that fits exactly what you want. And then you make it pretty, because we got to make it pretty.
Oh, I need this in my life, I think.
It's my new obsession.
Because I haven't found a planner for 2017 yet for exactly that reason. It's like, I don't need this piece, and I don't need this piece, but I would like to have this and this out of this book. But I'm not spending $40 on this book if I'm not going to use $20 worth of it. Because that was
my problem.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, now I have to go.
Yeah, you should check that out. Yes.
I'm going to check it out after I talk to you. What are you talking about?
Yes. Love it, love it, love it.
Me too. Thank you for that tip. Okay, everyone, our 30 minutes has expired. So look how fast that went.
It did.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for telling us all about your amazing services and your brilliant web design creativity, because she's so creative, you guys. Links are in the Facebook chat. So if anybody wants to get in touch with Sensiri, please do. She's wonderful. She's easy to work with. She gets back to you so fast. And she is a good person to have in your back pocket if you need her for your website.
Thanks.
I thank you so much for being here and sharing with us your family stories and your journey through, your entrepreneurship. I think it's wonderful. And we're going to be watching you, and I'm sure we'll be having you back here. Maybe once you do a tutorial, we'll have you back and you can do one on here or something.
Okay.
So we're going to say goodbye to the Facebook land, and we're going to end this broadcast, but you and I are going to stay on for just a second. So thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you back here next week. I believe I have Allison Hardy on here next week, and I'm so excited to talk to her. She's an awesome mompreneur out there in the Facebook world who I met, and I can't wait to chat with her because she's awesome and motivating, and I love to listen to her talk. So we'll see you guys back here next week at 11:30. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.